Now we'll move on to comments from council members.
I have some comments.
Michael?
Did you have some?
No comments.
Irene?
Oh, thank you. So I've been walking around a lot, and I have visited Fleetwood Drive, Susan Drive, and Oakmont, and they are newly or relatively newly paved. There's not a pothole on any of them. They have the fog striping. They have the double yellow line down the middle. They have the 25-mile-an-hour speed limit painted on the pavement. They have the little flashy lights that say you're going too fast or going too slow. It's all very great. We did a great job. Unfortunately, because there are no potholes and because of all those things, people zoom up and down all three of those streets, and probably more, but those three streets because they're long and they have those nice little inclines and all that. So as I was walking, I know it's hard to judge a car's speed as you're standing there, but I swear to you, those people were going way more than 25 miles an hour. So I would like to request that we revisit how to mitigate some of that speeding on those three, particularly those three streets. And I'll leave it up to staff to figure it out.
Noted, and staff will get back to you.
Thank you.
Laura? Marty?
Yes, I got three things. It is that time of the month for the American Legion monthly breakfast for this Saturday, 8:30 to 11:30. Get there early. It's a great time. I also want to thank Council Members Davis and Salazar for holding the community event this past weekend. I think it was an excellent idea. However, I suggest we take that idea one step further and have open town halls so all council members could hear the concerns at the same time. The last thing is there's been a lot of earthquakes, and I think it's fair warnings that we all should be more prepared. I know in my household I keep on thinking I'm going to go get that bag and get everything that I need to be prepared, but it just those hours don't come up. So I urge everybody to join me, and just make yourself go ahead and do it. If you go to the city's website and you enter earthquake, you'll see plenty of links of all kinds of things that you should be doing. So let's be a little bit more prepared. Thank you.
And for me, just a couple things. First, on Marty's comment on the earthquakes, and you are right on the preparedness. There was a CERT graduation Saturday, which I attended, so I want to thank those that participated in that, which again was rescue and preparedness, and those classes are available through the fire, but there was a graduation from CERT, and a lot of good individuals had some really good questions, thoughts, which I sat with them for a while during their lunch and then handed out their certificates with the fire at the end. Also, there was a car show last weekend, and the only reason I'm bringing it up is it was held at St. Robert's, but it was not a St. Robert's car show. And the reason I bring that up is because it was for two gentlemen who unfortunately lost their lives at the intersection of El Camino and Sneath Lane, going back to a celebration from a christening, is my understanding, and they lost their lives. And so it evolved to where it became a softball tournament, and then somehow it evolved into a car show. And, you always adapt to things. And then there was a gentleman, Alex Rollator, who was instrumental in founding that and having that car show. And I remember even seeing him at City Hall, 5 o'clock on a Friday, trying to get the last permit over down at Bel Air Field. And he unfortunately passed away, and they've continued that. And the reason I bring it up is because you have Mrs. Rollator, who was there, Alex's mom, who did the 50-50, and as she said, just by being there, you're a winner. But truly, that event, it was sponsored by the St. Robert's Men's Club, but truly that event was of volunteers of friends, family, and community. And that's why I point that out. I think it was very impressive to me that I know when I arrived at 3 till, it was getting a little cold, but after 9, people that are in this audience were there. And it's just the community that came out to do something. And now this fund, which supported those 2 gentlemen's children, now is funding other people that are in need in this community. And so that truly is about giving back, paying it forward, and about what I believe the city with the heart, the city of San Bruno, is all about. And so I just wanted to acknowledge that because it was a good event for all. And
I forgot to make an announcement that I wanted to
Please,
say.
of course.
Just a reminder that as a Community Preparedness Council liaison, I'd like to remind everybody who is not already registered with smcalert.org that it is really important to be part of that, to receive any type of traffic alerts or hazards that you want to stay away from, and be alert of any type of situation. So smcalert.org, and I encourage my council members, team, to also share that message across to other social media platforms to get the word out, because the more we're informed, the better we can be safe.
so I think after tonight we take away preparedness.
Yes.
Be prepared.